नमस्कार दोस्तों आप बहुत स्वागत है हमारे साथ इंस्टा फीड पर। और आज हमारे साथ कॉन्वर्सेशन में है एक ऐसी शख्सियत जिनको हम ना सिर्फ सभी उन्हें किसी न किसी तरह से जानते हैं। ना सिर्फ हम उन्हें म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री के जरिए जानते हैं बल्कि हम उन्हें एक्टिंग के लिए भी जानते हैं। इन्होंने एक्टिंग भी की है, काफी शोज में काम किया है और 90s के जमाने के ये बड़े ही हैंडसम हार्ट थ्रोब थे जिनके गाने सुनकर पर वो कहते हैं ना हार्ट गिव्स अ बीट, वो होता था, इस सभी का रिएक्शन होता था। जी हाँ, हमारे साथ है बैंड ऑफ बॉयज के मशहूर करण ओबरॉय, जिनसे आज हम काफी सारी दिलचस्प बातें करने वाले हैं। तो स्वागत है आपका हमारे करण इंस्टा फीड पर।
थैंक यू सो मच नवाज। मैं सिर्फ आपको एक जगह करेक्ट करना चाहूंगा। आपकी जो आपने तारीफ की, थैंक यू सो मच। योर काइंड वर्ड्स आर वेरी एंडियरिंग। लेकिन आपने वो जो 90s कहा वो थोड़ा सा गलत है, बिकॉज़ 90s में मैं स्कूल से पास आउट हुआ था। तो हमारी जो मेरी इनिंग जो स्टार्ट हुई है वो एक्चुअली 2000 अर्ली 2000 में शुरू हुई है, 2002 से। तो बट 90s का जो दशक था वो म्यूजिक के लिए बड़ा अच्छा था। जो बड़े अच्छे आर्टिस्ट थे जैसे लकी अली और यूफोरिया और सिल्क ग्रुप वगैरह, जिनको हम भी सुनकर हमने भी उनको बहुत सराहा है। और मतलब टीनेज years were very very beautiful because of those artists. But like I said, it's still been a long
Correct.
journey.
Right. So how has the lockdown been? What's kept you busy during these few months?
Actually लॉकडाउन जो है मेरे लिए बड़ा पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट रहा है मेरे ऊपर लॉकडाउन का। प्योरली बिकॉज एक तो है कि मैं कुछ किताबें लिखना चाहता था काफी समय से, और वो एक महत्वाकांक्षा होती है किसी इंसान की, मैं कभी ना कभी किताबें लिखूंगा या एक पोइट्री लिखूंगा या गाने लिखूंगा या गाने कंपोज करूंगा। तो मुझे एक तो बहुत अच्छा मौका मिल गया वो किताबें लिखने का। तो मेरी चौथी किताब भी खत्म होने वाली है। तो 3 रेडी फॉर रिलीज है, रेडी फॉर पब्लिशिंग है। आई थिंक दिसंबर में मेरी पहली किताब आ जाएगी, उसके बाद सब्सिक्वेंटली दूसरी, तीसरी और चौथी। तो ये एक मौका मेरे को अच्छा मिला। दूसरी बात है हम जो एक बम्बई की जो शहर जो है बड़ा दौड़ने वाला शहर है, इसकी भाग दौड़ में हम कुछ बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें जो है वो भूल गए थे। आई थिंक वो एक अच्छा एक रिमाइंडर था। 2 पहलुओं पे बात करूंगा मैं। एक तो ये कि वो जो रिश्ते जिनके लिए हमें वक्त नहीं मिलता था, उनसे अब हम बहुत बखूबी दोबारा से रूबरू हो गए। हम उनसे बात करने लग गए, अपने दोस्तों से या फ्रेंड्स और रिलेटिव्स। We were able to have a lot of very very nice conversations and very meaningful conversations. We were able to establish that connect back again. That was one thing. दूसरा ये था कि ये जो हमारी जो एक ही हमारे पास प्लेनेट है जिसपे हम जी रहे हैं, इसको थोड़ी ब्रीदिंग स्पेस की जरूरत थी। जिस तरह से हमने यहाँ को उसको तहस नहस करके रखा हुआ है पृथ्वी लोग को, तो मुझे लगता था कि ये नेचर का पुल बैक था या पुश बैक था हमको ये बताने के लिए कि ज्यादा एरोगेंट मत बनो। अगर तुम हमें तंग करोगे ज्यादा या पृथ्वी को ज्यादा प्रदूषित करोगे या इफ यू कैन स्पॉइल इट, वी विल पुश बैक एंड हम आपको बांध के रख देंगे so that the earth can heal itself. And I think that's what has happened. I can see some really beautiful birds that have come back into the nature again. I can get them chirping. And so there were some positives out of that. And I'm a sort of guy who wants to look at the positive side of life. Ji, correct. Yeah, absolutely. And idea is that any sort of a debacle or any sort of go ahead. Sorry.
So you've been working on your books, as you said, and we've also been seeing you sing some songs and all of that. So how's that phase been, like singing music, connecting back to your musical roots? How has that been during this phase? It must have been very relaxing, I'm sure.
So there are again 2 aspects to that. One is the fact that as an artist, as a performer, we're an on-stage performing band. A band of boys is known for our live performances. Unfortunately, because of this pandemic, we haven't been able to connect to the audience in the way we'd like to, in terms of a large stage, in terms of concert and traveling and all of that. So that is something that we missed. But the good part is, a lot of people have been asking us, saying, what have you guys been up to as a band? And we're saying, but we've just been singing, we've been doing concerts. And now, because the focus is online, and a lot of people have kind of now, connected back to us with the online space, now they're aware of the fact that we still exist as a band, that we are still doing songs. And as an artist, nothing gives me more joy than to sing and to create music or touch lives of people, to be able to sing. So I have this handle called Karan Oberoi Official, in which I randomly go on the YouTube pick up any song from a decade, maybe 70s, 60s, 50s, 30s, or 2000 or 2010 or 2020, and I just break into a song. Or I alternatively take requests from people. They write into me in my inbox saying, "हम आपसे सुनना चाहते हैं." And it is really gratifying because the kind of comments people leave, the kind of love that they shower on you, is what an artist lives for. So for me, that's been such a beautiful phase in that sense that one is, as a live performing artist, I've never understood this idea that you go and lip sync on a song. Because the joy of making music or the joy of singing is in the singing itself. So why would I rob myself, first myself
Right.
and my audiences, of the joy of singing live? I'll make mistakes, there will be some problems, and things will happen. But it'll still be a very, very live experience, which is what connects. You know? It's been a great couple of months for me.
Okay. Also, can you tell us something more about books?
Sorry?
Can you tell us something more about the books that you've been writing?
Okay, yes. So I'm an old world romantic, something that I've always been all my life. So the first book is a memoir called Holy Cow. That is about something, that one aspect of my life, which was slightly a bit of a downer. I've encapsulated the ethos of that and how I bounced back. It's that journey. So that's the first book. Second book, as you can see on my display picture on WhatsApp, is called Rockstar in Reverse. It's a story of a musician and who life gives a chance again through love, and he's able to rediscover what made him who he was, which is his first love for music, and how that relationship between a man and a woman kind of sends a message home saying life is not about second chances, it's about second, third, fourth, or fifth, as long as you have the right people that surround you. And so it's always nice to pick up the people that there's been a lot of negativity around. If you see, social media has actually created some real monsters in that world, where people are constantly jabbing at each other, attacking each other. There's a lot of vitriol. तो आइडिया ये था कि उस किताब के थ्रू एक मैसेज ये जाता है कि आप जो है आसपास की क्या बातचीत कर रहे हैं, the conversation that you have with people around is your karmic connection. और वही बातें जो है यूनिवर्स विल टॉक बैक टू यू. सो इफ यू टॉक हैप्पी और से पॉजिटिव बॉयंट बातें करोगे तो आपकी जिंदगी वैसी होगी, नहीं करोगे तो वैसी नहीं होगी. सीधी सी बात है. और मेरी तीसरी जो किताब है,
Karan, from a band of boys, from a band of boys to shows like Jassi Jassi Koi Nahi and Inside Edge, exploring the web space, to being an author, how do you look back at your journey? How has it been?
Well, it's a mixed bag, to be honest. Everyone tells me that you could have just stuck to acting on television and this would have happened. You could have stuck to music and this would have happened. And my thing is, I've had a wonderful life where I've expressed everything that I wanted to and had fun doing it. So for me, the benchmark and the goal that you're setting up in terms of money, wealth, and fame is just one of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. Or more importantly, am I doing something that gives me sheer joy? Writing gives me joy. Singing gives me joy. Acting on the kind of projects that I like gives me joy. So if I do an Inside Edge, I believe that that's a great story being told, and the director's right, the production house is right, they've got it right, the reasons are right. So I'm not just doing Inside Edge, I'm doing a couple of other shows now also as an actor. So I start shooting on the 15th because the pandemic is not delayed. I also have a film that I've shot for, you'll possibly see it on one of the platforms, called Strawberry Point. It's India's first single actor film, just one actor.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah. So that's, you're going to see it on one of the platforms soon. So the idea is filming that, or doing a web series, or singing a song that I like, is something that I live for my individual growth as a human being, as an artist. That I want to do this because I have fun doing it. Period.
Okay, also, what do you look into, let's say when you are choosing a web show or a film for that matter, what is it that you look into a character before you take up the role?
One is, of course, my association with the character, either that or the anti-casting part of it. It doesn't give me a challenge. Like Inside Edge was a challenge for me, because when I met the director and I said, I've never been cast in such a negative role, in such a arrogant, that's not my vibe. And he says, well, that's the fun of it. Then I'm going to cast you in a role that most people don't imagine you to be. You're a simple guy, soft-spoken, and I want to see the arrogant, absolute bastard sort of a guy. And so it'll be a challenge for you. So I was very convinced once I met the director that he had some vision in terms of why he cast me. For me, very important in life, across all spectrums, is the honesty with which the filmmaker or the writer wants to tell the story. And then, of course, subsequently, how do I fit into this scheme of things? Two things, that's all that I see. For me, mediocrity and repetition are death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and how about, do you have a choice of genre? Like, let's say there is a particular genre that is something that you can never say no to.
Romance. Romance and love. I can never say no to that. Ever. Whether it's a song, whether it's a
Okay.
series, if I see romance and love anywhere, I will jump right in without asking questions.
Well, Band of Boys songs have been based on the premises of romance. Like, you know, while I was preparing questions for you, I just happened to some songs and I just kept on listening to them.
Right.
Like your
Right.
Mein Ud Gayi Hai, and those were such nice melodious numbers. So
Right.
tell me about this. Are you guys Band of Boys? How have you guys been keeping in touch in the pandemic?
So what we've been doing is we are using technology just like you. I mean, ideally, this should have been a one-on-one conversation with you sitting in front of me, and then getting my views, my
Right.
thoughts, my ideas. But we've made technology go to work for us. So Band of Boys have done the similar thing. What we've done is we've started to make and jam. We do two programs. One is called Monday Madness with the Band of Boys, which we do on Facebook, and the other is called Thursday Throwback. Our 20 years of been in the business in the live show circuit. We've done close to about 1,000 shows. So we have a lot of recordings and those snippets starting from 2002 till now of things that we've done. So we do this completely mad throwback Thursday thing. That's one thing that we do. Second is we've just finished our first virtual concert
Right.
with a company called I think Snap something. There's some company. I think a lot of companies that are coming in right now which are starting to do virtual concerts, which is do a ticketed show where people buy tickets and then you perform in front of a TV screen or a camera setup, and it kind of gets broadcast like you're doing right now. So we've just finished that concert about 2 weeks back. We've planned to do a few more of those, and we also do one thing which is very interesting is there is always a lag in making music while you're online. So what we do is we record a song. For example, I'll sing "जहाँ तुझे है जहाँ से भी ज़्यादा तू ही मेरा प्यार गोरी तू ही मेरा प्यार." I'll leave it. I'll record it and send it on WhatsApp to somebody. Then Chintu will record the further portions of that, and you bring it all together either with Sharon or Chintu. They have the technology or the computers at home to be able to put it together, and we bring these songs out. So we've been jamming like that on songs. So that's what it's been very productive for us even as a band these last few months.
But I'm sure these virtual concerts are not as same as live concerts. Like the charm of a live concert or interacting with the live audience is very
It's not the
different, right?
It's not the same, especially the nervous for an artist that is used to performing live. In the sense, for an artist that's just going to lip sync on pre-recorded music, there's no joy because then it's a job. For us, the fact that we will falter, we will make mistakes, we'll also make this mistake while dancing. Somebody will forget the lyrics, somebody will get mesmerized an audience and then start chatting extra. All of these are part and parcel of the performer's aura. So we miss that because there's always an energy exchange between an audience, especially if the audiences are larger. So then that joy you're robbed of because you don't get the instant gratification, the push and the kick that you get. So that is something that we miss, and we are hoping that we've already started getting inquiries for December. So I'm hoping that we'll get back and hit the stage again.
Okay, and these web shows that you start working on from the 15th of this month, tell us something about those. What are those projects?
So one is sort of a web film by Vikram Bhatt, and it's got a love story at the back of it. So I start shooting for that. So it's a love triangle between three people, but it's got a certain amount of thriller element attached to it. In the sense that there's a guy that is perceived as somebody else, in the sense in a negative light, and then as the story unfolds, you realize, oh my God, this was completely a painted image of this person by a woman that has an invested interest in his life and had painted a certain picture of him that was not true, and how then it unfolds. That journey unfolds. So that's one of the series that I'm doing.
Vikram Bhatt has been doing some amazing thriller content. Let me tell you.
Sorry.
He did some amazing thriller content. Let me tell you that.
Oh, he does. This was a very interesting story. In fact, I got the narration and I said, look, I'm in the middle of something else that I'm doing. So I'm producing some web content. I had which is why I'm so sorry that we took a little while to be able to do this. So I've just been busy in those Zoom meetings, one after the other. We are in the middle of pre-production right now. So there are one thing I'm doing as a creative head of a web show, which is one of the largest shows for a black, one of the biggest next year release. So one is that, and the other is my own indigenous production of 2 shows that I'm doing. So for me, I have to do a balancing act. But when I heard the story and I said, look, I'm going to squeeze it this time, I'm going to tell my teams, give me those 15-20 days to be able to shoot this. And I put this, so this is what I was doing the last few days. I'm just putting the teams in place. And I said, I'll be on call anytime you need me. But I need to do this this time.
So, but juggling between so many shows and so many projects must be getting very difficult, and at the same time it must be very tiring.
Well,
how's the plan?
I don't tire very easily for things that I love to do. So I have this extremely bouncy sort of a personality. So it gives me the energy that I need to be able to do multiple things. I've actually programmed myself over the years to be able to handle all of this and still get my writing in process and still do all the things. I don't want to miss out. I have this zest for life, this amazing enthusiasm for life that I don't want to miss anything that comes my way. So I manage it. But yes, it does get a bit tiring at times, and that's all right. I have no regrets about that.
Okay. Also, Karan, where do you draw your inspiration from for either, let's say, writing, or even if it's a song that, let's say you are creating a song, or maybe you're writing a book. So where is it generally that you look for inspiration?
Oh, I get my inspiration from life, Ronak. I'm somebody that listens in and tunes in very. I'm not someone that plays lip service. So when I'm talking to someone, when I interact with people, I want to understand their ethos. So I pay very close attention to what is being told to me. And I have always, as a creative person or a creative human being, my reference point is not cinema. So I don't get inspired by cinema. So I don't watch a lot of cinema, unfortunately. My inspiration, most of my creative outbursts or creative interpretations of things come from within and from the interaction that I've had with many people that have come to me. So if I've gone through some sordid saga, I've actually sat down and listened to people and their stories with absolute integrity. But they've also left some kind of indelible imprint on me as human beings. And that's where the stories are born. So most of my stories are born out of real life. And I also see, maybe I also see the world with some rose-tinted glasses. That helps.
Okay. And do you plan to come back to a television show, for example, is currently being a very popular show on Star Plus? Okay, so something like that. Do you also plan to come back to television after your run on the small screen?
Well, to be honest with you, I got an offer last week. I think when Sudhanshu came in, a lot of people started reaching out to me and saying, okay, well, if you're doing it, maybe you're doing it too. I don't understand the connection, but yes, it does happen. So I got this show, but problem is that I was talking to Sudhanshu, I think 2 days back, and I said, I haven't seen you in the longest time. And he said, I'm living on the set 30 days a month. I said, oh, I'm going to die because I have too many things that I'm doing. And for me to take out 30 days a month would actually kill all my activity other than that. So that's one of the criteria, that I don't know whether I'll be able to do the balancing act between multiple things that I want to do. And second is,
Correct.
The show that he's doing is I believe it's a nice show. So if I find creatively something that satisfies me in terms of a story that has something to say, then who knows? Never say no. So I don't want to say no.
Okay, and what about reality shows? What is your take on reality shows? Like right now, last night Bigg Boss started. Okay, so would you be up for entering a show like that?
So I think I was one of the first people that they reached out to when they started, when they were factoring in people. And they called me and I said, look, I'm the worst candidate for you. I'm not someone that fights. I don't have a temper. I don't have any issues per se. And I don't know if you'll be able to evoke a sort of a reaction that you're looking, because I'm just going to smile and wait for everything. So I'm the wrong candidate. And I'm not so sure that I've always, in my life, chosen people that are going to be around me in terms of very sanguine, happy, bouncy people. I don't know if that's a space for me. So the only time I want to be in a platform like that is if I have something to say or to help someone or to talk about a cause. So I'm not very sure.
Okay. And what's happening next? Like, when do we see these projects releasing, the web series? and let's say are you also looking into some films, like doing a film? I think so you mentioned one, right? Other than Strawberry
Yes,
Point,
Strawberry
you are
Point.
also doing a film, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I am.
Other than that also, is
So
there
I
a
start
project?
shooting.
Okay, can you tell
Yes,
us
there is a
something
project that I'm
about it?
supposed to do. Yeah, well, they've taken my dates for January. It's a series for Netflix. So I'm hoping
Okay, wow.
that they should really, all of this should release next year is what my submission is. That's what I think. Because they're going to start shooting now. They'll take a couple of months, shooting, then post production, then they'll have a release plan and all of that. And the good part is most of the web platforms now work almost 6 to 1 year in advance. So that's, and even the show that I'm actually creatively heading, I'm hoping to play a part in that also as an actor. So I'll be possibly on the set doing a dual job. So yeah.
Wow. So I think so it's a lot of interesting time for you in the future, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, Evan.
It was
Thank you
nice
so much,
talking to you. Thank you so much for moving
Pleasure.
time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all
Stay
mine.
blessed. Cheers.
Take care. God bless. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was live, is it?
InstaFeed.